Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we finally have the much-desired Shotgun tier set coming into play, as well as some changes. So if you wanted to truly become a Shotgun, you are able to swap your tier and stuff with that. So I'm going to read that blue post, show you all about that, as well as cover the other changes in the blue post. So without further ado, let's switch it over. Voop. So we are here on the beloved forums, and the blue post says, the abandoned experiment will no longer play its proc sound effect when you are at maximum stacks. This trinket is incredibly obnoxious, and I think this is, for those of you that play with game sound, which you should play with game sound because a lot of spells and things, especially if you're a raider, actually have audio cues, so to actually help you play better if you didn't know that. But yeah, if people have that trinket on, it just spams you with an obnoxious sound. It's almost as bad as Frenzied Regeneration in Naxxramas. I tried to find a weak aura to turn that off, but couldn't find that, and I'm not the best at making weak auras. So, I had to suffer through that on a druid. But yeah, it's just obnoxious and a great quality of life change. If you're even lucky to see the trinket. I don't even think we've seen the trinket once yet. Next, we have Paladin. Leonard Bartholomew the Revered now temporarily exchanges the Scarlet Enclave Holy to Shotgun tier set in addition to the Retribution to Shotgun set changes. These will be removed from the tier list on May 20th. It's weird that they only did Holy and Ret, like tank paladins, like you can't go Shotgun. Unfortunate. You probably didn't, but still just funny that only Holy and Ret got the ability to do that. The Shotgun 6-piece set bonus has been adjusted, now grants 8% spell power per stack of Holy Power consumed while using a one-handed weapon, and a 18% spell power per stack of Holy Power consumed when using a two-handed weapon was 15 per stack. So paladins are getting buffed there when using a two-handed one. I see why a few pallies. So when it came out, people were talking about the making like a caster Ashbringer. So now that they have their Shotgun set, I think it'd be pretty cool to see Ashbringer have spell power on it, or like a paladin only one, or whatever. You know, let them have fun. We already get one-shotted by paladins with Ashbringer anyway, so why not one-shot us from 40 yards away? Enchanting. Access to the new Avalon Mage Tower now requires enchanting to be 280, was 300, matching the requirements of the rest of the puzzle. So essentially, you only need a 280 enchanting to go into the Mage Tower and learn the recipes and things. So like every recipe in there required 280. None of it was 300. Pretty much that's been standard for all of New Avalon. However, it used to be 300 to enter the tower. Now you can enter at 280, and you can learn everything at 280. Still one of the coolest puzzles, and I legitimately, it took me like an hour to figure that puzzle out and do it on the PTR and figure out there's enchants, and just like looting the orbs and then actually taking the time to read the orbs. It was like, oh, there's a faint glow, let's disenchant it. That was one of the coolest Eureka moments I've had in SOD, and actually get in there and discover it. So I love the enchanting tower. I think that's a great change for that. Then someone said, why not just let everyone change tier till May 20th? Why just paladins? A lot of spell and gear changes have happened, and maybe some classes want to play other specs that are buffed, like Shotgun. So I don't, that's just ridiculous, you know. They've done this has been actually a pretty good standard of them since I think AQ. Anytime they change tier or add new tier or anything like that, they've allowed people to do this transfer. So I'm all for it. It's great. This dude's just like wanting to swap all his gear to try something new, which is just really weird in my opinion. But anyway, I'm curious, does Shotgun have, I don't actually know this because I'm a Horde player, does Shotgun have a like tier 2 set, a tier 2.5 set, a tier 3 set? Like, has Shotgun been a set for this entire time and they were just late on the Scarlet Enclave? Or is this just a completely new thing that they're finally getting in? You guys have just sort of mixed-matched all sorts of tiers. So if you Alliance players can answer that for me, I would love to hear your reply on that. But first, on the live server, I'm going to go here and show you Leonard and where you can exchange your tier. If you didn't know already, it's Lights Hope Chapel. He is literally right in here. You say, I want to buy from you. Obviously, I'm not a paladin, so I can't see him, but he has there, and it'll probably say, like, it'll be like this belt, and you swap it for a red belt or a holy belt. So, don't have a paladin, can't show you that. Then the other subject I want to talk about is over at Tyr's Hand and Lightstone Chapels, or Tyr's Hand and the new Enclave. So I will head over there and show you this, because this has become quite a thing and very obnoxious. So hopefully they can change it. So I'll see you then. A little quick tip for you guys on how to get into Tyr's Hand, by the way. I'm sure, like, I saw someone on the forums complain about not being able to get in there without getting in combat. But if you come just south of Light's Hope Chapel and you go to this little cliffside right here, you can actually enter Tyr's Hand at this little tower. And once you're in the Tyr's Hand zone right here, you can safely put on your disguise. And then you can mount up and you can jump this little corner right here. It allows you to have very safe entry into Tyr's Hand, so you don't have to go through the normal entrance. You can stay completely mounted. Looks like we have a little PvP action here. Gotta, you know, stick up for my horde players here. Can't be having this obnoxious PvP happen in here. Let's get it. Obviously, 2 rogues just popped out of nowhere. I usually don't engage in PvP unless I see my fellow horders getting attacked, so we had to stick up for them there. Because what I'm about to show you is incredibly obnoxious. So I'm going to switch it over to the forum post real quick and give you the little breakdown. Because as you saw, because I went into PvP combat right there, my disguise is now gone. And that is where a lot of these problems are occurring. And you can see people, even on the horde, are abusing this and standing up here and doing all this obnoxious nonsense. So the big thing is this little watchman's mark thing. Hunters are giga abusing this because there's a little safe spot right here, and as you see, your zone and things change. The watchman's actually added a watchman pole, so that's a little good. I did not know that existed, but that definitely helps the case here a little bit. But I will go ahead and show you. So this hunter is the guy that is literally doing exactly what you'd expect and abusing it. So we will show you exactly what I mean right there. But anyway, we have a nice little shaman healing me. So I'm going to flip it over here to show you what the big problem is. But you kind of got a glimpse of it live right there. So I'll see you in a moment. So this is someone on the forum posting, and he said, players are wall jumping on top of the gates of New Avalon and abusing safe spots to attack players on site that are attempting to enter New Avalon without any ability to fight back, causing them to lose their disguise and be unable to enter the new zone safely. This violates the code of PvP problems requiring PvP solutions, since their location prevents any ability to fight back, since they can dip it in and out of the safe zone and are unable to be attacked by melee. Please extend the arm resist to cover the gates and prevent players from abusing this location. So, as you guys saw live, that hunter was doing exactly that. Caught in 4K, abusing this system. So as you can see, I'm in Tyr's Hand right here, and then when I go into Tyr's Hand, I am flagged for PvP. So I can sit right here with my disguise on to where the guards don't do anything, and any alliance player that enters here, Hunter's Mark is the most egregious thing. As you can see, he's a hunter. They can also put traps down. There's about a bajillion different ways you could do this. Any ranged spell honestly works. Hunter's Mark is the most obnoxious because it doesn't enter you into combat really. You can just put it on them and it removes their disguise, and then they get killed by these guards. So people sit right there and do that. And then if you need a safe spot, you enter right here. So if you're doing it giga egregious, you can jump between this point right here, and you can jump between this point right here. And you might ask yourself, why am I showing you exactly how to do this? Because I think this is incredibly obnoxious and needs to be changed. That is why I'm showing it. So either enough people start doing it to where they have to change it, or they see this and they see logic and reason that this is just terrible, a terrible break point that people are literally AFK bored here and doing it. But anyway, you know, we're at that point in the phase where people have nothing to do but grief anyway. So it is what it is. As you saw, I literally tanked them all and did this. So this dude, the moment, so that trap, what's really OP is the moment he walks over here, that trap would have procced. But since he is there, so watch, I will literally highlight it for you. So he's going to run to this side, and then he is going to cross over, and then that trap would proc and freeze me the moment he gets flagged. So a little pre-trapping action too, but he's not doing anything. I just wanted to show you guys sort of how it works and how people are sort of dodging and evading it. And up here is a safe spot from the guards, as you saw. That meat hook from the Watchman is new. I've never seen that happen before. But anyway, guys, that is enough. I just wanted to show you and highlight some more problems and things that I need fixing. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.